You are tuned in to that praisey station, Praise.fm, where we get our praise on. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. What's going on? What's up? I'm your boy Kyle Jackson from today's Praise and Hits, straight from the Uni TV and radio family. We also got Khalil Lundy in the building from the legendary Force MDs. I see you, big boy. And we got Dr. Alicia, Lady Rain from Praising in the AM, all the way in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, today, without further ado, we have a very, very special guest in the building. Straight from the Chi, Spencer Taylor III, who's part of the Highway QCs, a legendary group. So fitting that we have him during Black History Month with so much going on in the world. They are truly pioneers in gospel music, been singing for over 70 years. Spencer, what's going on? How you doing, sir?
Hey, Doc, good afternoon. How you doing this evening?
Wow.
Awesome.
Look, guys, it's a true honor, man. I truly appreciate this, man. A true honor.
Hey, let me say this. So your family have an extensive history in gospel music. Matter of fact, your family, along with Sam Cooke, was spreading the gospel music across the nation. Is that correct?
That's true, man. The Highway QCs, man, been singing for 76 years, man.
God.
76 years, and Dad, who is Spencer Taylor Jr., he's still active, man. 92 years old. Matter of fact, he'll be 93 next month. And man, he's doing his thing, man. I mean, if anybody's seen the inauguration thing that we did, performance that we did, he's hanging in here, man. He's a true man of God, a blessing, true blessing.
Wow. I want to say this real quick. My grandmother, she passed away. She was 103 years old, and
Wow.
she was a fan of your father and your whole family, man. Just like you know, she lived to be 103 years old, man, and she just sung gospel music, you know, a cappella, the whole thing, and you know, it's a pleasure. And my other grandmother, you know, it's like. But it's a pleasure, man, to have the royalty of the gospel royalty right in front of us. You know what I mean? It's a pleasure, my brother. You know, and that history, like I said, everybody who's listening to this platform right now, if you want to understand and connect to the history of gospel music, you're looking at the foundation right here. You're looking through the generational foundation right here. And so it don't get no better, man. But go ahead, Kyle. I know you got questions and you get jealous every time I ask somebody a question. So go ahead, Kyle.
Spencer, talk to us. You jumped into it a little bit about the inauguration. Tell the listeners what you and your family did for the inauguration, and then tell us a little bit about that inauguration CD that's coming out next month.
Well, to do the inauguration, to sing for the president, man, it was a true honor, man. I mean, wow. When I say a true honor, you know, especially for a legendary group as the Highway QCs that's been singing 76 years, you know, it just lets you know that he's still showing us favor, man. You know, we're still relevant in the music business. So it was an honor, man. It was, oh, wow. When I say an honor, it was an honor. I was talking to Dad probably like 2 weeks before it happened. He said, you know, Boo, I've been singing a long time, but I never thought I would ever sing for the president. So coming from a 92-year-old man, that really brought tears to my eyes. You know, it really did. It brought tears to my eyes, man. But it was a true experience, man. One of my experiences in life, I used to tell people one of the true experiences that I got one time in life was singing in Dallas, Texas. And some people are familiar with Johnny Taylor. Who's making love to your old lady? Shake it up,
who's making love to your old lady while you was out making love? Got it, the man, baby.
Yes, sir. Now, you know, Johnny Taylor came from the Highway QCs.
Oh,
yeah. He come from the Highway QCs. So we was in Dallas, Texas, and to see Johnny Taylor, and we was doing the Mighty Clouds of Joy anniversary, and to see Johnny Taylor and my dad, Spencer Taylor, on stage working together was one of the most honorable experiences I've ever had in my life until the inauguration celebration. So those two are kind of running like neck and neck, man. But truthfully, it was a true honor. And matter of fact, like I was telling you guys earlier, March the 6th, we have the inaugural CD coming out. You know, it's coming out, you know, on March the 6th, in which March 6th is Dad's birthday. He'll be 93 years old. Yeah, he'll be 93 March 6th, if God says so, man.
Well, God is definitely, God, we're going to pray that God says so, because what a tradition and what a legacy, a rich legacy that you're a part of, Spencer Taylor. And you mentioned, you know, some of the greats, you know, that the family sang with and that were part of the Highway QCs. I also read that Sam Cooke, Lou Rawls, giants in music and pioneers of, you know, Black culture and, you know, the time that they were singing in the 50s and in the 60s. You know, even as a younger person, I know the history of Black folks in this country. Talk about that a little bit, just, you know, knowing that Sam Cooke and Lou Rawls and that those gentlemen were part of the Highway QCs. But talk about the barriers that were broken down by your dad and the Highway QCs.
Well, of course, you had, like I said, you had Grace. Sam Cooke came out the Highway QC. My dad used to joke about it. Anybody familiar with the Soul Stirrers?
Yeah, the Soul Stirrers. Yeah, come on, fella.
Yeah. So Dad used to say the Soul Stirrers, the Highway QCs was the little exhibition team for the Soul Stirrers who was in the major leagues, right? Dad used to joke about that. So look, this is how it went down. Sam Cooke was with the Highway QCs first. So he left the Highway QCs and went on to the Soul Stirrers and went to Circular Music. So then Johnny Taylor came after Sam, and he stayed with the Highway QCs a little while. He left the Highway QCs, then he went to the Soul Stirrers, then he went Circular. So then Dad and Johnny was there together. They used to think Dad and Johnny Taylor were brothers, which there wasn't. Then they used to think they was first cousins, but they wasn't. But they was just good friends who grew up together. So Dad came to the group, and Dad been with the Highway QCs ever since, man. See what I want people to understand. Guys like my dad, man, they was singing, man, when singing, not like how it is now. They was singing when singing wasn't fun to do. They was singing through segregation, when we couldn't stay at these wonderful hotels and eat at these wonderful restaurants, man. These jokers was singing then, so you knew it couldn't be nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I mean, we were riding on the bus, the Five Heartbeats came on, the movie The Five Heartbeats. And they had the scene, you know, came up on the TV, and the scene was, you know, when the police pull them over in the city, and you know, the police say, "Oh, y'all a singing group. Well, won't y'all sing something for me?" So I'm saying, man, whatever. I did this. They said, "No, sir, you wouldn't. You'd hit a note just like the rest of them." You know what I'm saying? So you know, these are the things that my pops has come up through, man. And to see him still relevant is amazing, man. It's a true honor. It brings tears to your eyes. It really does. It brings tears to your eyes to see him still relevant during the inauguration. He traveled with us every weekend. Well, of course, we are in the pandemic, but every weekend, man, he travels. He still got his voice. He still gets around. It's unbelievable, man.
Let me ask you a question.
Well, Khalil, let's go on to Lady Rain for a quick second. And
go ahead, Lady Rain. I'm sorry.
He always do. Look. See what happens when you get around celebrities? They just want the whole floor to themselves. But that's okay. Wow. I'm so grateful for Khalil Lundy, man, the owner of Uni ETV and radio. Yeah, he's a mess. But let me tell you something. So my parents, right? They lived in the South. They lived in a little town called Callahan, Florida. They left Callahan, Florida to come to New York to make a better way of living. So I was born in New York City. And I used to listen to my dad, man. I don't know. Kyle is a young buck, so he may not know this, but he may. I don't know, because he was kind of in the family. He was like a little toddler to a duck, you know, back in the day. But listen. Back in the days, my father, you know them big old record players, stereos, that was a piece of furniture, and you had the 8-track players. Well, my father had albums, when I say albums, of old school music, and he would have to put a nickel on the on the needle so it wouldn't scratch. But I remember listening to that quartet singing. Oh my goodness. And my father, you know, he had a deep voice. He thought he could play bass, but or sing bass, but I don't know what he could do. But what do you do in the group? What is your contribution to the group?
I'm pretty like the manager, you know, the road manager. I take care of all the business. I play drums and sing baritone.
Wow.
You know, yeah. So I wear 3 hats, man. I've been with my dad since 1983, 38 years, man. And look, I would not change it for nothing in this world. I had 3 scholarships when I came out of high school, 3 full ride scholarships in music. I used to play drums in the marching band. And I had 3 full scholarships, man. My mama got so mad with me, man. I didn't want to do nothing but be with my father. That's all I wanted to do. You know, see, a gentleman like me, I came out the womb straight into gospel music, into the quartet world. So, man, I just wanted to be with my dad, man, and I've been here ever since, man. It's a true blessing and honor.
Wow. You know, let me say this. Let me say it fast before I get cut off, because I get cut off a lot.
Lord have mercy. There he goes with his shenanigans again.
Khalil, you don't get cut off, man. You see, you hear him, Lady Rain? Go ahead, Khalil. Let's hear what you have to say.
No, look. Hey, listen. When y'all was at the inauguration, and I just want you to reflect back. You know, the country, the Capitol just got stormed, and you know, think about what you said. Your father told you the history of you know, injustice and all these different things happening. What was your mindset going to the Capitol at that time? What was y'all thinking? Because, like I said, at that time, you got to think you had all these you know, different organizations that was really seeking to do harm to you know, people who would be on the White House at that time. You know, and they would say, you know, they were saying some real extreme things. What was your mindset?
Well, our mindset was good because we know we had God with us, Doc. You know what I'm saying? And through God, all things are possible. So, truthfully speaking, we didn't really worry about it. I mean, hey, you put God first you put God first in everything you do. You don't even worry about it, man. God got you. He got you, man. You know what I'm saying? You thought about it just a slight, but you're like, oh man, whatever, man. God got this, Doc. So, hey, we going to do what we come to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all the name of Jesus.
And it was victorious too. And we heard incredible things. Y'all had a great time. Y'all did great. So God is the glory in that, my brother. You got that. You said that was a good answer there.
Oh yeah, thank you, man.
I do want to give some shout outs to those who are listening on our platforms. Man, we are all over. We got Uni TV and radio on Roku. We got YouTube. We got Periscope. We got Twitter, Facebook. We're on the Foursome D's page. We're on Uni TV and radio page. We're on Praise FM page. And we're also on today's Praise and Hits. So I'm trying to go to each page to see who's tuned in. But I do want to give this shout out. We have Tara Smith, Minister Tara. Hey. And my girl, Apostle Vero Howard. Let me tell you, that is, me and her went to school together. We got our doctorates. Both of us graduated with our doctorates now. And we're both working for the university, but working with a great team. Tell me how important it is to work with a great team. Hey, Missy. Oh, my auntie cousin is on. Hey, Cheryl Jackson. She got up Missy. But tell us how it is. Mom. Tell us how important it is to be part of a team, because I may have to find a new team.
That's like. Look, let me give a shout out.
You see how she slid that in? You saw that, Khalil, right? You saw how she slid that in.
But let me give a shout out to Apostle Vero. Having a great team on your side, it makes life so much easier for you. You know what I'm saying? Like even me, I've been doing things for 30-some years, but to have a great team, and it takes so much pressure off you. And then what matters too, when that team is a godly team, you know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all, but it's all about God. It's all about lifting. Everything you do should be about God. And when you got a team that's just about God, is godly, you can't go wrong. It made life so much easier. So much easier. It does. Yeah. It does.
And what I like about working in team, and I'm going to say this before we go on our break, but when you're part of a great team and things are going down or you're feeling down, your team picks you up, And I know I heard Lil Birdie tell me that you guys got a song called He Picked Me Up. So when God created man and woman, right? He created us so that we would not live alone. That's why we have man, woman. That's that husband-wife relationship. We have friends. Then we have our team. We just have so much. And it's good to do that because the greatest commandment that God left us is to love our neighbors as we love ourselves.
That's right.
And so while we're walking on this journey, and we're going to come back to that, talking about this journey. But while we're walking on this journey, we need to have people that's going to pick us up the way God picks us up. So, guys, I want to let y'all know, listen, go to all your digital media outlets, look up. I mean, they got over, how many years you said? Over 70 years of music. Make sure y'all look them up, but they still going. So we're going to hear one of their newest releases, He Picked Me Up. Now, listen, it's featuring his 92-year-old dad, soon to be 93. If that ain't a blessing, I don't know what is. Come on, y'all, get ready for some good old gospel.
It's time to have some church with the Highway QCs. I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peace for sure. But he lifted me, then he picked me up. Every state with it, sinking to rise no more. But he lifted me, then he picked me up. And now I'm lifted, said the Lord. He picked me up, yeah. Yes, sir. Now I want y'all to help Father himself, Mr. Spencer Taylor Jr. Come on.
Amazing grace.
Yes, sir.
How sweet the sound. He lifted. Yes, he did. I once was lost, y'all, but now I'm found. But he lifted me. Yes, he did. He lifted. I'm lifted. God lifted me. Listen to me. I'm in the Lord, y'all. Lifted. I'm lifted. Let God lift you. The Lord.
Come on, y'all, let's have some church in here. Pick me up. Pick me up.
Come on, son.
Can I get a witness?
Come on, son.
Just one witness. Anybody out there? Got a testimony?
Yeah.
Anybody out there? Know he picked you up.
Come on, man.
I was sinking deep in sin.
Come on, tell him.
Far from
Yes, he
the peaceful shore. Very deeply staying within. Seeking to rise no more. But the master of the sea said he heard my desperate cry. And from the waters, from the waters, from the waters, love lifted me. Ooh, chase away all, chase away all things I used to do. I don't do no more. Places I used to go, I don't go no more. Friends I used to have, I don't have no more. Said my friends got few when they saw how I changed. Hear me speaking tongues and they call me strange. But I'm not strange. I've been washed in his blood. I've been washed in his blood. Since I found the Lord. Since I found the Lord. I've been sometimes I've been sometimes down. I've been almost low to the ground. Let me let you know.
You are tuned in to that praisey station, Praise.fm, where we get our praise on. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Welcome back. That was the smash new single, He Picked Me Up. Oh my goodness, did y'all love that? Listen, I'm a up north New York boy, but I spent some time living down in Macon, Georgia, and big shout out to Macon, Georgia, all the great people in the state of Georgia. Listen, quartet music is huge, big time in the South, and my question for you, Spencer, real quick, I want to jump into this. You know, there's a lot of contemporary gospel music. I love the contemporary. I love CCM. I love worship. But what do you think the state of quartet music is right now? Do you think it's bigger than ever? Do you think it's relevant? Because quartet music really has a story from down south all around the world. We'll talk about the state of quartet music right now and how the Highway QCs fit into quartet music.
Well, quartet music is very relevant. You know what I'm saying? It's at its biggest peak. I mean, matter of fact, quartet was just in the White House. So that's letting you know we still strong. You know what I'm saying? You know, that letting you know quartet music is still strong. But hey, man, quartet music is at its highest peak. You know, we go overseas a lot. You know, then we sing, do a lot of festivals where it's mixed crowds, where you have all everybody, you know, there. So quartet music is very relevant, man. You know, very, very relevant.
So I got.
Well, I mean, it's. Go ahead, Kilo.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish you saying. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say that I know that is so relevant because you could just look at the track record from you and your dad and the Highway QCs. I mean, I've read that you guys performed at the Apollo. You were at Carnegie Hall. Used to be with Mahalia Jackson, some of the biggest names in gospel music, all of music. to be at the Apollo in Carnegie Hall. Talk about, just some of these venues that God, God has opened these doors for you. Talk about what it's like to just be a trailblazer in gospel music.
Man, it's an awesome feeling. I remember my first few years, and I used to hear people talk about the Apollo Theater, right? Mm-hmm. And I finally got a chance to go to the Apollo Theater. Man, oh my God, I felt like $1 million. Y'all just don't know, and then you pictures and all the pictures on the walls and stuff, man. Because my dad and them, back in the day, they used to go there. They'd be at the Apollo 10 days. So we only did a one nighter, but boy, when I tell you that was awesome, that was something awesome. The Madison Square Garden, that was really cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like I say, it's a blessing, man, to come up through slavery, for the group to come up through slavery and all of these things. And here we are in 2021, and we just left the White House. So what can you say but God, I thank you? You know what I'm saying? What can you say, man? It's just, it's nothing but him, to have us, this strong and this relevant. It's a blessing, man. And it's all through that old man of, my dad, man. He's a true pioneer. He's a man of God. He preaches this to us, man. He's an awesome dude. Awesome dude.
Okay, yo, listen, you answered that pretty well, brother. Now I'm pulling out the test book. I got a couple more quiz questions for you, brother.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it.
No, look, let me ask you something, man, because you say you're from Chi-Town. Like, what do you think Chicago? I don't get me wrong. We know the South had the music. A lot of people migrated from the South into like the Midwest and to the North and all that. So what do you, Chi-Town, because Chi-Town is pivotal with gospel music. What do you think Chi-Town role is role and contribution to gospel music?
It's a big role. You got greats, man. You got so many greats come out of Chi-Town. See, Chi-Town was known for its smooth blues sound, even in the gospel. You know what I'm saying? It was the blues, but you got so many greats. James Cleveland, Reverend James Cleveland, I believe, came out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's just Chi-Town, I don't know, the Windy City. When you talk about Chicago, you're talking about a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Oh, I see. I got you.
And he ain't from Chicago. He's not from Chicago. I don't know.
He did that in honor. He did that to honor Spencer because he knew.
Come on, exactly.
He knew that they were from Chi-Town. So
thank you, Kyle. It's about time you got my back, Kyle. God damn. Excuse me. Kyle got my back. At least, please, now. Go ahead.
But Chicago is just that smooth. Even the gospel, man. Chicago just got its own style. Even like the up and coming groups out of Chicago now, they just got their own swag about them. It's like a Southern blues type of feeling. That's just Chi-Town. And Chi-Town, the doo-wop out of Chicago, man. The majority of groups, like my daddy always said, the majority of the artists and groups that come out of Chicago, they can sing. Yeah, they can sing, man. So, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it is, man. Coming to be out of Chicago, it is.
Yeah, okay. I tell you, because I really, we've been around, we've been all around. And trust me, like Philly got some real, a lot going on. But Chicago, whoo,
yeah, it does. It does.
Chicago, blow that right on you. And every time we go to Chicago, we go to different little venues and spots, and we just see so much undiscovered, up and coming talent, man. It's just like Chicago is definitely a blessed city of talent, man. Gotta say that, man. And like I said, we so happy, we excited. But like Kyle's saying, is just like you just, when we see you and we see gospel music and you think of Black History Month, your family, your face, y'all are like imprinted right in it when we talk about gospel music. You're right. Did you hear what he said earlier? They've been singing since slavery time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Did you hear that? This is. I had goosebumps when he said that, man. Right, I'm like, oh my God, that's how, and you know what? And it's just like that soul and that music, man, has comfort so many people through so many different seasons of our experience becoming who we are as a people and just comforting us. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a beautiful thing, man, that we got history right here on this platform, and we want to make sure all of y'all, like, it's very important that y'all support each other in all what we're doing, especially the brother right here, that family. His father's 90, he's gonna be 93, right?
Yeah, 93 March 6th. Yeah,
March 6, 93. Yeah. And they just been putting out music over 70 years. Like, what more can we say, man? Some artists put out music every 10 years. They constantly doing this, and he's still performing, you know. But Spencer Jr., the one that y'all see right now, he's one of my students. He's one of my students too. You know,
Here we go.
He's one of my students. You know, I had taught him how to do a couple of things, but he don't got me in the bio right now. So after we have the interview,
Hey, look, we gonna make that happen though. We gonna make it happen.
I'm supposed to be in the bio, you know. Even though his father like kind of groomed him, you know, I'm the one that told his father. I said, "Yo, you know what? I think you're overlooking little Spin. Spin got it." I said, "Did you see Spin when he hit them drums?
Kyle.
Did you see him?" I said, "As you see the way he's moving, his whole body is into it." I said, "Please make sure, you know, we keep drums around him." And look, drums around him. He just not only just doing the drum, he's doing music, he's doing everything, right? The business, man. You know, but just put me in the bio. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
Y'all hear him taking credit. Khalil always takes credit. He took credit yesterday with Titus. He's probably gonna take some credit tomorrow with Diedrich. Real quick, Spencer, you guys have a book that's coming out. Talk a little bit to the listeners and viewers about the book, because this is major. You know, not only have you had a soundtrack to the Black struggle and our joys and highs and lows and peaks and valleys. You know, that's what quartet music is. If you want to dance, you could dance to quartet music when you're happy. If you're sad, you're going through something, you could be sick in your body, dealing with COVID. You can could have just lost your job. You put on one of the Highway QC songs or some quartet music, your spirits will instantly be lifted up and you'll get a praise in your spirit. So talk to the people about the book that's coming out and how that ties into the music.
Well, the book is about Dad. You know, it's about his life, man. It's about coming up through segregation back in the day, you know, just coming up, man, just, you know, and coming up to this day and time in 2021 is about his life. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's just like you say, you know, a good old quartet song would bring you through. You know what I'm saying? When you going through, Doc, you know what I'm saying? Well, you put on a good quartet song, man, you know, man, that thing will bring you through. It'll bring you all the way. It could be COVID, whatever, man, and it will bring you through. But we are truly excited about the book. And matter of fact, the book and the inaugural CD is coming out together. And we just wanted to come out on Dad's birthday, March 6th. That's what we wanted. You know, by him turning 93, we wanted it to come out March 6th.
Wow.
Wow, that is awesome. We do have some people in the chat. Darrow, hey, Solomon, Leslie. Guys, thank you for tuning in. We are talking to the Highway QCs featuring Spencer Taylor, and we have his son, Spencer Taylor. You said the third, right? So Spencer Taylor is junior, and you're the third.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
I'm the third and Daddy. So, you know, they call Daddy the godfather of quartet music, man. You know, I think about 3 years ago, they gave him the James Cleveland Lifetime Achievement Stella Award.
Wow.
And man, that was awesome too. So, you know, to God be the glory. You know, we give God all the praise and the glory. You know, it's a true blessing. This organization, you know, we built up now a lot of younger cats, like the other gentleman you heard singing on He Picked Me Up. Mm-hmm. He's a apostle, Randy Walker, awesome dude. He's been with us a few years. You know, you just keep to see the Highway QCs, like I say, once again, that come from back in the day through slavery and through all that, and to see us still relevant in 2021 with younger folks, and, you know, to twist the music, you know, because it's a different time. So you got to be able still you got younger folks that's into gospel music. So, you know, our goal is just to let everybody know who Mr. Taylor was, what he did for gospel music, and, you know, what's going on with him. You know, that's just our goal, you know, and he's still here. So God still got more work for him.
That's right.
Let me tell you, I saw the inauguration concert, and when he came out, tears just came down my face, because that just, when you think about train a child in the way that he should go, and when he's old, he should not depart from it. I thought about my childhood and my straying, departing days, all right? When I departed, I'm going to say I strayed, but I came back, I came back. But when I think about it, I just heard my father and my mother came from a big family, and they would get together and harmonize. I mean, this is history, when I saw that. And what a historic moment. We had our first black male president, but we had not only, it was two things done. Our first female history, VP, and then our first female African-American Asian. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, it's just, I can't wait till the book come out. I want to see the book. If you have any closing thoughts, anything you want to say, let people know how we could stay connected to you, what's coming up. We want to know. We want to follow those highway.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys, because without wonderful people like you, wouldn't be no highway QCs. There's no Dietrich Haddons, Kurt Frankers, and all the rest of us, Fred Hammond. So first of all, I thank you guys for that. And then once again, like I said, Dad's book and the inaugural CD is coming out March 6th. You can get that on March 6th. You can reach us. We have our website, thehighwayqcs.com. You can get our music on all the digital outlets and everything, man. I mean, it's just a true honor, a true blessing, man. I'm thankful to God. Hey, we got 76 years. Hey, who knows? We might get 76 more.
Yeah, that's right. It won't stop. Music, it transcends time, man.
Right, just because, just like how me and my brothers with the group now, like my sons and his sons, they talking about, well, Dad, we next. So, hopefully we can just keep that legacy going, man. But like I say, once again, guys, I love you guys, and true honor, true blessing. I thank you so much.
Same here, brother. Just don't forget the bio. Don't forget the bio, bro.
I got you.
All right, guys, you heard Praise in the AM, Praise.fm, today's Praise and Hits, Uni ETV and Radio, Khalil Lundy, Force MDs, featuring Dr. Pepper Pooh, all part of the Uni ETV and Radio family. Make sure you stay connected. We are going to tune off, guys, with Felt a Change. We love you. Be blessed, and thanks for tuning in.
To that praisey station, Praise.fm, where we get our praise on. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
All right.
I didn't see no one, but I felt a change. I felt a change. I didn't see no one, but I felt. Lord, I felt a change in me. I was all by myself when I felt a change. I felt a change. All by myself when I felt a change in me. Lord, I was down on my knees when I felt a change. I felt a change. Down on my knees and I felt a change in me. I say it's just like fire should have been. All in my bone. All in my bone. Yeah! Like fire should have been mine. I felt a change in me. I felt a change in me. I know I felt a change. One more time. I felt Yes, it is. Hey, yeah. Say it again, y'all. Ooh, I felt not ashamed and said it. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.